This is the ENGWE L20 2.0 electric bike, and right away, the first thing you notice is how solid and eye-catching it looks. It's got a step-through frame that makes getting on and off the bike really easy. The frame is made from durable aluminum alloy, which I appreciate, especially when you're using it every day for commuting or going on longer rides. The fat tires and the way the bike stands, they give off this tough, adventure-ready vibe, but it still looks clean and modern. From my experience, what makes this e-bike stand out starts with the 52-volt battery system and the 750-watt brushless rear hub motor. Let me break that down a bit, especially if you're not super familiar with e-bike tech. Most e-bikes in this price range usually run on 36 volts or sometimes 48 volt systems. Here, you get a 52 volt, 13Ah removable battery, which means more power and better efficiency. When ENGWE says the peak power is 125 watts, and that you get up to 68 miles in the best case, it isn't just a marketing thing. A higher voltage battery does give the bike more punch, especially when you need extra torque for hills or carrying stuff. Honestly, I didn't expect the motor to feel this strong. I was a bit skeptical because sometimes e-bike specs sound better on paper, but this one really delivers. It accelerates with authority, and climbing hills is actually pretty fun. It's especially nice having that much power under you, whether you're doing a quick sprint across an intersection or you're out exploring on some rougher paths. Speaking of comfort, the key features here include the dual suspension system, a front fork that actually absorbs bumps, not just for show, and a padded seat post with suspension built in. I ride a lot on mixed surfaces, from paved city streets to gravel trails, and the amount of shock it absorbs is pretty surprising. If you're switching from a regular bike or a basic commuter, you'll notice the difference right away. Also, with the fat 20x3.0-inch tires, you get lots of grip even on tricky surfaces, plus a softer ride. For safety, you've got mechanical disc brakes on both the front and the rear wheels. Mechanical brakes mean you can physically adjust and maintain them yourself, which I definitely like as someone who adjusts their bikes at home. The brakes stop strong even when the bike is fully loaded up. Let's not forget about the built-in LED headlights and taillights, which kick in when you hit the brakes for some added peace of mind at night. There are also turn signals, which isn't something you always see on e-bikes at this level. I really do think it's perfect for folks who want to commute safely or use their bike after dark. If you deal with limited storage space or need to take your bike in the car, the ENGWE L20 2.0 folds up, and the process is pretty simple. The handlebars and frame fold down with a secure latch. I won't say it's featherweight, about 68 pounds with the battery in, but if you have an SUV or some trunk space, it'll definitely fit without a problem. When folded, it's compact enough to work for apartments or tight garages. I was a little worried at first about how much I'd actually use the folding feature, thinking it'd be a hassle, but I find myself folding it up pretty often, especially on weekends when I'm heading out of town. A quick review of the display and controls. The color LCD is bright and easy to use, with buttons right at your thumb for adjusting pedal assist levels, checking your speed, total distance, and average stats. There are 5 pedal assist levels, which means you can pick how much help you want from the motor. Sometimes I want to work out and stick to the lower levels or turn it off entirely like a regular bike, but on days when I'm tired or running late, bumping it up to the top level makes riding effortless. The bike also has a throttle if you just want to cruise without pedaling. I like having both options, especially for longer rides or when traffic gets heavy. The seat is another thing I want to talk about, since saddle comfort makes a huge difference for me. This one is wide and soft, shaped with a small cutout so you stay cool. With the adjustable seat post, I had no trouble finding a comfortable setup. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I still had room to adjust the height up or down, so I'd recommend this for a pretty wide range of riders. People much taller or shorter than me should be able to use it, but if you're at the shorter end of the spectrum, you might want to double-check the minimum seat height just in case. There's a front and rear rack included, so carrying groceries, a backpack, or in my case, fishing gear, is super easy. The racks feel solid and they've included mounting points if you want to add baskets or more accessories. I actually tried strapping different bags and a basket on during my test rides, and nothing moved or rattled around. That level of practicality really sets this bike apart when using it for day-to-day stuff. Battery charging takes about 5 to 6 hours from basically empty, which isn't the fastest, but is pretty standard for a battery this size. Honestly, I just plug it in at night and it's ready the next morning. The removable battery is a big plus. You can charge it on or off the bike, and you don't have to bring the whole bike inside just to top off the battery. Taking the battery out and locking it in place is simple too, using the key. One thing to mention about usability is setup. Most of the bike comes pre-assembled, so if you've never built a bike before, it won't be overwhelming. You get a toolkit and decent instructions. Getting the fenders and the front wheel on only took me around 30 minutes, even as someone who isn't a bike mechanic. The hardest part, honestly, was figuring out a couple of the LCD settings, but after some trial and error, it all made sense. The one drawback for me is the weight. The bike is solid, but that means it's not light, especially with the battery attached. If you need to carry it upstairs a lot or transport it daily, keep that in mind. The first time I tried lifting it into the back of my SUV, I definitely felt it. But if you primarily roll out from home and just fold it when you have to, it shouldn't be a deal breaker. A small heads up, I noticed some clanky noise over rougher terrain, which seems to be coming from the racks or the frame joints. Nothing serious, just something ordinary for folding bikes. Also, the speedometer once showed me a weird number, but a quick reset fixed that. Not a deal breaker, just worth noting. I'd recommend this for anyone who needs a do-it-all commuter that can handle trails, grass, some gravel, and even mild hills. It's perfect for folks in apartments or anyone who wants an e-bike that can be packed up quickly for road trips. The ENGWE L20 2.0 handles daily commutes and weekend adventures without breaking a sweat. The build quality feels surprisingly premium for this price point. Sure, there are a couple of little quirks, but nothing that takes away from the overall experience. In conclusion, I've been genuinely impressed with how versatile and powerful this ENGWE L20 2.0 is. The combination of comfort, power, range, and practical features makes it a solid investment if you want to simplify your commute or add some excitement to weekend rides. From my experience, the L20 2.0 gives you a lot of bang for your buck, especially for people who are new to e-bikes and want something easy to use without sacrificing performance. If you've got questions about more details I didn't cover in this quick review, or if you want to see how it fares over a long-term test, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos on more e-bike tips and honest reviews. Thank you for watching.